So real quickly, this is what my daily method of operation looked like for this past week. And so for the current week, I'm gonna have to make a couple of changes. Before I do that though, the way I set this up is I had one tab in my spreadsheet where I listed the categories. And depending on what your week and your days look like, you will have to adjust your categories accordingly. Um, and I could have easily just grouped everything together, like, oh, I work on my mindset from 5 to 5:30. But setting it up in this way, when you go back and look at it at the end of the week, really shows you where you spent the bulk of your time. So as you can see by mine, right now the bulk of my time is spent teaching and tutoring, but you can see that I've mixed in the other categories that are important. Since my boys and I will be going to Austin for the event, then some of these things are going to be changing. For the Friday, for example, um, I will be going in for only a half a day. So a majority of our time will be spent commuting. Let's see, so by 7, oops. So by 7 we should actually arrive. And then don't know if we're having any meetings as of right now. So the rest of that day will be spent with my boys. So that'll be my family time. And then the next day, the bulk of our time will be spent training. So I'm going to say from 8 to 8 we'll be meeting. Probably the same thing for Sunday. We'll because my boys will be with me, of course we'll spend the rest of that time family. Oh, and what I'm doing is I'm highlighting and copying and pasting, but because we had those categories on the previous tab, then I could have also manually selected these things from the Dropbox. I'm just doing it so that we can save time. And then since we will be somewhere else, I will plan to do my workout earlier. Probably take a minute to get me and myself and the boys together. So yeah. So just a brief illustration or demonstration of my actual daily method of operation. And what I typically do is on either Saturday or Sunday, I go ahead and I make a copy. I want to move it here. Oops. Create a copy, and I want it before the time blocking sheet. Create a copy right here, and then I would just rename it for the first day. This would be DMO January 21st. And then I'll be ready. Now it's your turn.